Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me. It's Becca from Loving Source Tarot, and I'm here to read for you on your mind, body, and soul. What is the status of each? What should you know about each? And where may you be experiencing transformation? So I'm going to ask you first to choose the stone that is really calling to you. All right, and we will begin. Okay, I'm using 3 decks, but of course we'll use the Rider-Waite-Smith for clarification. All right. In fact, I should put these over here. Okay. So, your crystal, the Labradorite. All right, the Labradorite helps expand the mind and further spiritual growth. It does this by calming the negative side of our personality. Well, that sounds helpful, and helps us think twice when it comes to impulsive behavior. So, it is linked to the third eye chakra. All right, interesting. So, if you've needed any help in that area with curbing any kind of impulsive behavior, you've got it, obviously. Or if somebody else is bothering you with their impulsive behavior, there's help for that too. Okay, so first of all, we have our mind, we have our body, and we have our soul. Let's see what kind of transformation is happening in each area for you. So we'll begin with the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. All right, and we've got the Queen of Discs. So that's the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, and we have the Seven of Cups. Interesting. So in the area of your mind, we have Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, and Seven of Cups. In the area of body, from the Arcanum deck, we have the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords. Very interesting. In the area of soul, from the Light Seers Tarot, we have the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands. All right. So I am looking at your cards and I don't see any major arcana, which tells me that actually the transformation is fairly gentle in these areas. It's ongoing. You probably have already begun transformation in these areas, and it's just moving on ahead. So that is a great thing. Let's see, we have Queen of Coins, and this is for the area of the mind. And that's all about health. That's all about stability. That's the Earth Mother. Groundedness. Oh my gosh, groundedness. So in other words, the Seven of Cups with the Queen of Coins says to me that right now, there might be some things that you just can't know. Some things that are sort of confusing. Just difficult to identify. It maybe even feels like, you know, you look forward, you look into your future, and it's even difficult to really grab an analysis of what has been, where you are, what will be. It's really difficult to grab it. But guess what? That's okay. That has nothing to do with the fitness of your mind, because obviously with the Queen of Discs, you have good stable health there. And obviously you're quite grounded. You know, this is the Earth sign, the Queen and the King of Pentacles, all about earth and groundedness. So when you focus on the facts, what is the physical realities that are in your life, that's where you're going in the right path. It's allowing you, in fact, I see it. It's allowing you, in fact, to move through a time when some things look a little uncertain. You know, the Seven of Cups, that's the card where, you know, people look into the future and there are some unknowns. They're hoping, they're wanting to see positive things, like all of the riches in the cups here, the beauty, the love in the cups. They want to see the positives, But there's that unknown cup, and there's some cups that, you don't want to be dwelling on the phantom of a negative outcome, because it just makes no sense to do that. The Seven of Cups, I always read that as encouragement to consider the best, manifest the best. If you're looking into the future, oh my goodness, look at the cups that promise good outcomes, promise what you would love, the desires of your heart, things that would be emotionally rewarding with all those cups, right? And in the meantime, you are doing the exact right thing with this Queen of Coins. You are focusing on the here and now, what you see before you, what you feel beneath your feet, all of the stability you have built up. And you have, with that Queen of Coins, man, you have built up some stability. And this is in your mind. So yeah, you know it. It's like, so the mantra, I guess, for the Pentacles is I have, right? So you have built up some terrific knowledge, that means, in your mind. You've built up some real wisdom. You've built up some health, yes. You built this up. You have this. You know a lot. And you're well grounded in reality. So when you come into a situation, Seven of Cups, where things look a little bit mysterious, right? I'm not exactly sure what I'm walking into, but I'm assuming it's going to be good. That is really all you need to do, because you're fully grounded in reality, and you made it as stable as you can. Oh, so you've really done well. You're in a good position here to come into a time where there's some mystery about how things will unfold, and you should indeed expect the best. And so in the area of body, what kind of transformation? Knight of Swords and Five of Swords. Oh, so interesting. So the Knight of Swords. Wow. This is all about moving ahead. I mean, it's all about charging forward. It's about cutting some things out, and it's planful. So it's, wow, that's all about the logic, all about the reason, all about the intellect. For some of you, if any of you have had a surgery or are thinking of a surgery, likely to be quite successful and cut away a problem that you've had, likely to be a very good move. If any of you, and that can be anything. I mean, it can be minor, it can be major, but likely to be very good. Obviously, you have good planning here. You're using your logic, you're using your information. You're going to win. That Five of Swords is definitely a victory card. So whatever transformation you have happening within your body, that is, you're on your way, right? You're well on your way. And some things you just have to act on. And it's the logical thing to do. So this is really, planning is good here. To have if you've made any decisions or want to speak about the transformation that's occurring, or write about it, or keep journals, keep records, that's all very good with these swords. Let me put a clarifier from the Rider-Waite Smith. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands as the clarifier. So I think that means that this is on two fronts. This is on two fronts. And I love the Two of Wands because it's about what draws you. So, okay, so we can have the plans. However, the wands are life-giving. The wands are all about vigor and health and enthusiasm and fire. So the wands, okay, it's not all about, this isn't a dead plan. No, even if it's a good plan, it's not like a non-living thing. You've got these Two of Wands, which are, boy, you're going to be drawn. You're going to be drawn to want to explore this or explore that. And I don't know which that is, if that's treatments, if that's new habits, if that's new diet, if that's new experiences. Like this is with an adventurous spirit. This is like, I want to do what's fun, So it's based in logic, but also what is drawing your interest is so important with this transformation you're undergoing in your body. I really do believe that the life force draws us. And sometimes we might find ourselves doing things that we know intellectually are the right things to do, but we haven't found the oomph to do them. But with that life force, see, we can ask Source, we can ask our life source, we can ask our higher self to please give us the want to. That's what wands are. They're the want to. They're the, arrange it. I've got all the information, all the knowledge I need. Bring the want to. I give you permission. Change my desires, give me the prompts, give me the opportunities. That will happen. If we ask for that, that can indeed happen. So, wow. You might find yourself, when you ask this, and you can ask this on a daily basis throughout the day if you want to, but when you ask this, you might find yourself just drawn to healthier choices. You might find yourself drawn to a kind of exercise that's just fun, that feels really life-giving, and it happens to do you some good as well. Years ago, I decided I was only going to do exercises that were fun. And boy, that really brought, because exercise at different times in my life, regular exercise has been very key to my coping and my enjoyment of my life. But there have been times in my life when I've let it fall by the wayside. So if I say, well, I want to do what's fun, that always gets it back going. That always, what's fun? I'm only going to do what's fun. And then if I ask Source to please change my want to, it begins. Strength training. I always thought, I wish strength training was fun for me. But you know what? I've been asking, and the other night I happened to do some. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This can be fun too. Start with a little bit. So I am assuming that's growing for me, because I'm assuming Source is leading me to enjoy this more. So, and we can do the same with diet as well. We can do the same with the habits and the routines that are good for us. So I think you have plenty of knowledge. You have a terrific plan. You have a terrific analysis. The want to is coming in two different areas. And that'll be life-giving. You'll feel enthusiastic. It will be an adventure. Oh, I like it. Okay. So let us see now. We have the soul. The soul. What transformations are happening in the soul? And again, we don't have a major arcana here, which makes me think that you have already had a lot of transformation in your soul. It just continues. We have the Page of Cups. That I love that one, because that's like, oh yeah, whatever your emotions want, that's what you do. How you feel is really important. Enjoying your life is really important. Recapturing some of the attitude of childhood is absolutely mature. That is a mature thing to do, because it's sort of like, I want to feel good. What feels good to me today? And that is good for the soul. And maybe what doesn't feel good, how about we don't make ourselves do that? Or how about we find a way to change something so that we can be doing what makes us feel good more often? It's really, it's wisdom. It's wisdom. Sometimes I feel like Source is telling me, I want to, get things done, right? I want to have these deep and powerful meditative experiences with the soul, right? And I feel like sometimes Source is telling me, how about you just enjoy your life? I can't think of anything more mature and soul affirming, growth affirming than that, Enjoy. So the Page of Cups, maybe the thoughts will come. Ask yourself, what would I really like? What would I really like to do? That can grow your soul. We don't have to be doing all of these shoulds and oughts. We are in the flow, like the child. See, what I feel like my loving source, whenever I hear from my loving source, it really is usually about ask me, ask me, ask me. You know, the power to do all of these things does not come from within us. Maybe it comes from that part of us that is part of the larger whole, right? But our higher selves, but really the divinity within is connected to the greater divinity. That's what brings the power. So we can say, yeah, I'm just going to ask for this to happen. I'm going to ask for this. I'm going to ask for joy. I'm going to ask for enjoyment of what would most benefit my soul. And that can come in. The 9 of Wands to me is suggesting there may have been, for some of you, there may have been some traumatic experiences actually, or you may be coming out of a time when you felt a little embattled and beleaguered. So I'm sitting here talking about joy and trust, right? That source, our loving source, will bring us what we need to enjoy our lives. And you might be thinking, oh, but you don't know what I've been through. So I understand. Believe me, I understand. Let me look for some clarification. We have the 5 of coins, right? There might be a temptation to have trouble believing in transformation. You may have had some loss, some suffering. Some of you had some illness. There may have been trauma. There may have been just troubles, you know what I mean, that are not your fault, that just seem to be part of this lifetime for you. And it makes it more difficult to be that trusting childlike self that just says, okay, source, okay, God, whatever you want to call it, grant me peace, grant me joy, grant me my heart's desire. It may be hard to be that trusting self and ask, and then just go on throughout your day, leaving it fully in the hands of a loving source. See, now that's where the childlike freedom comes in. When we ask for it and we don't pick it up anymore the rest of the day. We've asked. If it comes into mind too, sure, we can ask again. But when we trust that something's going to be happening here that's good because we've asked. And so now we just go about our day. We just go about doing the things we do, and that's okay. So that can bring in a childlike trust, but it's a process, isn't it? Because sometimes we do need to ask for healing, and we do need to ask, sometimes, frankly, we need to have it out with source and say, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Journaling is sometimes helpful here. Sometimes it takes a lot of courage to believe that it's a new day. And I feel like for most of you in this particular reading, things have been getting better. But sometimes it's hard to trust that. And we're a little guarded. You know, when's the other shoe going to drop? It's that feeling, right? So the 5 of coins is telling me, and the 9 of wands is telling me that I am doing this reading for some people who've really had a lot of suffering and had a lot of loss and had a lot of bad luck. Okay. Some of you, and source is very strong. I feel the energy everywhere in my body right now. Source is very strongly saying that this is time for transformation. It's time for a change. Please ask, and let me prove it to you that I'm bringing good things. Wow. And now what we ask for, it tends to come a bit at a time, but then it can come all at once too. But, you know, I think source would ask you to open your mind to seeing that your prayers are being answered, to seeing that good things are coming in. And it is indeed time. You are well on your way to transformation of your life, of your soul, to becoming a lot more childlike and carefree. You are indeed on your way to believing it's a new day. And it's this stuff from the past. That's exactly where it is. You know, you learned what you could. You learned everything you could from it. And now it's time for a new day. That's what I'm seeing here, pile number 1. And I'm filled with electricity as I say it. So ask away and be willing to see where good things are being brought to you. And that can gain in momentum. That can gain in momentum in your life then. Wow, huge, huge reading, pile number 1. I thank you so much. Bless you, bless you. All right, and now we'll go on to pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading from Loving Source Tarot. All right, you chose the Carnelian. And the Carnelian position this stone near any door in your home, and it will invoke protection as well as inviting positive strength and energy into your space. Stimulates your metabolism and promotes healing. Sometimes I have a little trouble reading without my reading glasses. Powerful healing stone. Wonderful. I love that for you. All right. And now we're going to take the True Heart Intuitive Tarot to look at transformation happening in your mind. So we have the Prince of Discs. So that's like the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. All right. We'll use the Arcanum deck for the transformation happening in your body. And that's the Moon. Interesting. And the Chariot. Wow. And we'll use the Light Seers Tarot for what's happening in your soul. We have the Eight of Swords and the Page of Wands. Oh, don't you just love it? Okay. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, you've got some major arcana in the area of your body. So that is significant. That's where some really huge transformation is happening, in fact. Okay. So, but we'll begin by talking about your mind. So we have Prince of Pentacles. So that is the, yeah, I think is that the Knight of Coins? Or is that, yeah, that would be the Knight of Coins, I believe. Well, Page of Coins, I believe. Prince of Discs. I'm getting to know this deck right now. No, that would be the Page. Okay, Page of Coins. So that, well, this makes sense. This is in the area of mind then. And Six of Cups, and that is about, oh, it's a lovely contented card with stability and peace, really, in relationships as well, like an old relationship, perhaps somebody you've known for a very long time, or your inner self who's been with you forever, your best friend, right? So the Page of Coins, there might be something new that is improving your health in your mind, that's being really good for your brain, really good for your mind, good for your health with that Page of Coins. Because pentacles are all about our health, our well-being, sometimes our wealth, money. And Page of Coins is all about, okay, I have a new source, something new that's coming in for enhanced wealth or physical health. So your mind, and then we have this peaceful card. So for many of you, you have new peace of mind. You're having new peace of mind. That's what's coming in. And if you've been through something that sort of was disruptive, the Six of Cups to me is also the nostalgia card. So that's like sort of saying, okay, but now we're back to a more stable, peaceful energy. This could be for some of you memory. Can be about memories. I always think the Six of Cups sometimes signifies there's somebody from the past. So, and it could be somebody you never did lose touch with, somebody you've known a very long time, or can be something from childhood, someone you knew it when you were quite young, coming into your life again. That can be the truth too. So that's really interesting. A new mindset is what I'm getting. Because from this, I don't feel like this is as much about physical health as it is about a stability of mindset, like new stability coming. You must have gone through something that was sort of troubling and worrying. And now we're coming back to a more stable, maybe typically you tend to be somebody who can look on the bright side, who can take comfort in relationships, in interactions with other people, especially people you've known a long time. You may be somebody who can tend to even look back and see the good things. Yes. And encourage yourself and say, things are bound to get better again. The Page of Coins, if you've had any money worries bothering your mind, the Page of Coins suggests to me you're going to have new money coming in. It's going to be all right. New stability is coming in. And that can be the same if you had any health troubles. But I really kind of get, like new health is coming in, new stability and health is coming in. But I really get from these cards that it's a new mindset. And it's a lovely, more stable, hopeful kind of mindset, making progress kind of mindset. Let me clarify with the Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay, we have the Empress. Oh, wow, there it is. New life, pregnant with new possibilities. That's a major arcana. So you have a new mindset, like things are getting better. Things are definitely getting better. I kind of knew they would. They tend to. And yes, we're heading toward new growth. See, the Page of Coins goes really well with the Empress because it's sort of like the Empress loves to, she's just abundant, right? New things, new abundance, new growth, new wealth, new health, new life-giving kinds of material blessings. It's like that. So I like this. I like this improvement in mindset. Okay, and transformation in body. That's where your major arcana are. Oh, right. So we have the Chariot and the Moon together. Wow. Okay, there might be something that is taking off suddenly and it feels out of your control maybe, but maybe it's an answer to a prayer, actually, because that Chariot is sort of like, he doesn't have the reins. This is a magical taking off. This is a magical journey he's on. He's being taken through the heavens here and in trust. But look at the victory in that man. This is a good thing. This is a good, it might feel like for some of you, something sudden has occurred and maybe you're not sure how to look at it because of the Moon card. Maybe you're just not quite certain, is this good, is this bad? But yet it feels like there's something divine about this transformation, this change. And it does affect your body. It does improve your health. It does, yes. It can be a transformation of your body. And it might look mysterious with the Moon at this time. And that might even be kind of anxiety provoking, right? Because the Chariot can be a sudden change in your life, whatever that may be. And then the Moon, okay, I think I'm walking in the right direction, but I'm walking by moonlight. I know I can't go back, right? Because there's like a creature, right? Ready to nip at your heels. So you go back, you can't go back. I'm trusting that my every step each day is guided. And I have all the light that I need to make the next step. And this is definitely a spiritual journey here. This is definitely, there is a higher divine power involved in this with this Chariot. I suggest you trust it. There is a transformation happening for your body, and I suggest you really trust it. You don't need to know the end. Look at this. We have the Six of Cups again. Interesting as the clarifier from the Rider-Waite-Smith. So we have the Six of Cups again. Yeah. So I don't know what this involves. That's definitely, like I said, a card of contentment. Sometimes it does involve something that's been for a very long time. It can involve children. It can involve family. It's a lovely contented card. It bodes well, you know? It can be nostalgia. It can be like things are going back to a time, like I saw it here. Things, it's like something is kind of going back to a time when everything was better. It's like that. Although this is still a new place you're going, right? But there might be something about it that you want restored. That maybe is the word. And it looks like that's where you're headed. So that's excellent. Now let's look at soul. The transformation in your soul. We have 8 of Swords. Look at these 2 figures. Could they be more different? 8 of Swords and Page of Wands. All right. So the 8 of Swords is what we think. It's thoughts. We might feel kind of trapped. We might feel like we can't move forward. We might feel like something is binding us up. But you know, this is in her mind, right? That's why we have her looking in her reflection. And even in the reflection, these are just thin, thin threads. And they are certainly not binding her up. She could break them in a second, take down her blindfold, and see that she can move forward. She certainly can move forward. She is not trapped. So there's some situation, and I feel like Source is saying, please don't blame yourself. I understand why you feel trapped. Sometimes we accept certain limitations sometimes for good reasons. Sometimes it's like, you know, in the 8 of Swords and the Rider-Waite, it's swords around the person in the ground, stuck in the ground. And sometimes we accept some being trapped because these are plants that have to be taken care of one by one. They have to be kind of pulled out of the ground, at least some of them, before we can really move forward. So sometimes we accept that, and then we're not truly trapped. That's important to know too. Then we're not truly trapped. We've made a decision that we won't move forward until this or this, and that's okay. That's okay. But look at this Page of Wands. Now, that Page of Wands does not care. You know, she just does the next thing, right? The next thing that seems fun or lively or life-giving or interesting or, you know, oftentimes physical things. Improve things, bring some vigor, bring some interest, that kind of thing. So I think they're saying, don't worry, transformation on your soul level is indeed happening. Don't listen to your mind that may tell you you're trapped or you're not transforming. Do not listen to that. That is nonsense. You have intended, your transformation is always ongoing because you are that kind of soul who is brave and courageous. And sometimes if outside circumstances in your life don't seem to be changing that much, you wonder if you're having the spiritual transformation that you thought you were. You are. You absolutely are. It's sort of like, think about it less. With the 8 of Swords, think about it less, and instead just do the next thing that seems kind of interesting or life-giving or purposeful. Yeah. Okay, what's the clarification? Is the Lover's card is the clarification. Interesting. So for some of you, this transformation on a soul level has to do with a relationship. Let me clarify that. A new beginning. Okay. So for some of you, and that does transform our souls, doesn't it? Those really close relationships. For some of you, it's a new beginning within a love relationship that is being accomplished. For some of you, maybe a love relationship has ended and you're coming out into a new beginning where you're heading out on your own, ready to take risks and have faith that your life will be fantastic. So these are big movements within our souls. These, you know, both, and for some of you, you're going to be falling in love. You know, anytime we make big changes or we're willing to allow large changes in a love relationship, that's huge. That is transformation on a soul level. Because we do have soul contracts. We do come into this world, I believe, with contracts with other souls to help each other grow, help each other transform. Now, this doesn't have to be love relationship, though. For some of you, the Lover's card, I focus on the love of the angels and the fact that these two are in the Garden of Eden. For some of you, this is sort of like, okay, there's a new beginning coming in where I am experiencing life more like a Garden of Eden. I'm experiencing the love of spirit more. It's a brand new start. It's beckoning to me to be open to the love of spirit, the love of source, and to love myself and allow myself a Garden of Eden kind of life. So for some of you, yeah, you're needing to bust out of thoughts that I can't have this, I can't have that, I can't treat myself that well, I can't be self-indulgent or any of those nonsense kinds of things. Some of you need to break free from those thoughts, and really the transformation that's coming in is I can have the life that I would absolutely love, that I would enjoy. I deserve to be blessed by source because I am beloved by the divine. So for some of you, it's like that, and walking out in faith in that belief. Oh, this is so interesting. Pile number 2, you have many transformations happening. Wonderful. Well, thank you so very much. And leave in comments if this is meaningful to you. I'd love to hear people's stories. See you next time, pile number 2. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So now you chose the lovely Hematite. All right, and let's see what Hematite says. Meditating with the crystal is the best way to receive its power, and wearing it as jewelry is another way to connect to it. So it's powerful, stabilizing, grounding, especially during difficult times. Keeps you from obsessing about another person's negativity. Okay, so I don't know if you needed Hematite, but that's what it does for you. All right, that makes sense. Okay, so we'll begin. We have transformation of mind, body, and soul. So with mind, we'll begin with the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. And we have your transformation with the mind, the 2 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. And for your transformation, whoops, that would be soul here. For your transformation of body with the Light Seers Tarot, we have the King of Cups and the 7 of Coins. All right. And for your transformation of your soul with the Arcanum Tarot, oh, we have your major arcana here. We have the Star and we have the Fool card. Let me make sure that this is sort of, you can see this. Okay. All right. I think I have my phone at a bit of an angle here, which is just fine. Okay, so with the transformation of your mind, 3 of Coins and the 2 of Swords. There might be, I feel like you have to make up your mind about something. The 2 of Swords is about a decision to be made. And maybe it's not time to make the decision. You're considering options. In the meantime, the 3 of Coins suggests to me that you are increasing your security. You're doing that for yourself, which is very good. You're building something. But maybe you've begun to build something that will increase your security, financial or otherwise. But now you're at a crossroads. Like for some of you, I mean, this could even be obtaining education, right? And you're now at a crossroads. Which way do I go with it from here? For some of you, it's building security with your health. Now, the 3 of Coins, right, is these people are, the person who is building is always supported and mentored by two other people, older adults. So the artisan is creating something absolutely beautiful, but he's not doing it alone. So I wonder, he may have the patron who is financing the project. He may have the architect. He may have, he may have a mentor. He may have an advisor. So I wonder if you're sort of at a crossroads in something that you are growing, that is indeed something beautiful, that will enhance your life materially in concrete ways, in real ways. I wonder. Let me get some clarification from the Rider-Waite. All right. So we have the Ten of Swords. Oh. So it's sort of like it's about time. There's almost a push here. Like, I've decided I can't go this one route that is sort of devastating to me, that maybe is sort of too much self-sacrifice, that maybe is too makes me a martyr too much, or exposes me to people who say unkind things or something like that. I can't go a certain route. But I'm not sure which way to turn. It's okay. See, the Two of Swords person in the Rider-Waite, she just, she has a blindfold, right? And she is just holding both options in a pose, in a balanced way. She is not in a hurry to make up her mind. It's like she has to get more information before she can move forward and make up her mind. Which plan do I take? Which route do I take? So that's where you are. So it looks like the transformation that's happening in your mind, to me, is about taking stock and realizing you might have to modify your plan moving forward. You're just not sure exactly how. For some of you, that's because there was somebody who was maybe supposed to support your plan, what you're building, but did not. In fact, was more interested in the product that you were creating than in you. That's what I would say with that Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords is sort of like, it's almost the martyr. It's almost like self-sacrifice. I had to sacrifice so much of myself, or it can, like I said, be unkind thoughts or words at you, or about you. So I feel like for some of you, there was some sort of betrayal. There was some sort of people who were supposed to support you, or someone who was supposed to support you. Now you're realizing you cannot count on that support to keep moving forward maybe this is the wealth you're building, the health you're building, the abundance you're building. So now, which way do I go? Interesting. But you have options. You have a couple of options. They're good options, and you don't need to be in a rush. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so now let's see about transformation of your body. You've got the King of Cups and the Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins is, it can be work, like your work is paying off, and this can be with any kind of physical abundance, right? Money, health, things you're building, you're gathering, security you're increasing, especially physical security. So it can be like, but yet in the Seven of Cups card, there's a bit of a, I don't know if this is enough, or a bit of a dissatisfaction with the growth, or dissatisfaction with how much of a harvest you're gathering. And then we have the King of Cups, and that King of Cups, he is deep, he is insightful, he is mature in his understanding of emotions and his intuition, his understanding of his emotions, other people's emotions, the the complexity of a situation. He is not a black and white thinker. He is the opposite. And he's quite mature in his outlook. So that's your energy. That is your energy. And this is regarding your body. So I'm thinking that while you have a good deal of health and results, I wonder if for some of you, your work is somehow I don't want to say counterproductive to that, because it's not entirely, but somehow not quite the fit you'd like it to be for your enhanced health of your body. That's what I'm seeing. It's not quite the fit you'd like it to be. Or if it's not about work, then the efforts you're making or the efforts that you have available to you, although it's getting results for you, it feels like not all the results you'd like. So the King of Cups is this insight, this deep insight, like, I think that there is something more here for me to harvest. So let me clarify with the Rider-Waite. We have the 5 of coins. Okay, because you might have had, for some of you, this really is about your work. Maybe fear of lack makes you go on, even though it's not the greatest thing for your health. And you're wondering if it pays off at all. Not at all, but if it pays off as it should for what you're sacrificing. So it looks like you're bringing your intuition to this. You're bringing your insight. And you're understanding, because you're understanding the interplay between your emotional needs and your physical self. Your mind, emotions, and body, and you're understanding how they all work together, and you're thinking, I need something that nurtures me emotionally and spiritually more, because that would fit with this, wouldn't it now? Because that would increase my security, my health. But then there might be a fear of, but I can't be out in the cold either. I'm worried about lack as well. Let me clarify that one more time here. 6 of Cups. Maybe this is something you've been doing for a long time, but it's just not, it doesn't feel like enough. It doesn't feel good enough for you now with that 7 of Coins. Interesting. So you might be in a period of not only reflecting a good deal and holding different options in your mind to make up your mind, but also thinking a lot about what is feeding you emotionally and physically, your health, your well-being, and what may not be working as well as it used to. What you don't want to be driven by fear of lack. Yeah. So it's like your mind is opening to, is there a way I can be even healthier? Is there a way where I can find my balance, find good health and prosperity together? So I feel like that's interesting. That's happening in your body. It's not like you have any terrible health problems with this, I feel like, although maybe some of you have had a setback or something, but no, I don't feel like it's terrible health or anything. It's just sort of like, what I am doing to enhance my health is not what it once was. And in fact, my work might be making it tougher. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Let's see now. With soul, transformation of soul. My gosh, look at your major arcana right on the soul level. My gosh, no wonder you might be at this place of sort of, I don't feel like there's a lot of like, okay, I'm ready to plow forward. On either of these areas, it's more like reflection, consideration. Can I have a better outcome? Can I feel more supported, maybe? Right, and you should be hopeful with the Star card, and your soul is telling you then, be hopeful, have hope, a new beginning is beckoning. So maybe this sort of, I almost feel like what makes it tougher is the situation that you're in that increases your security, right? It's not entirely bad, right? Like it's not, and in fact, in the past, maybe it was better. So it's hard to think about taking a new path because it's not entirely bad. It's just, it would be almost easier if it was, oh God, I can't stand this one more day, right? But it's not that bad. It's not like that. But yet, there's enough trouble with it that, with what you're doing right now, that you worry that it has a negative impact on your health and your emotional health then. And like I said, the sense of betrayal over here. So it looks like a new beginning is beckoning. Maybe your soul is getting you ready to be hopeful and think there are other possibilities. There absolutely are. And get ready for something coming in, some direction. Let me clarify this. We have the Empress. Oh my God. So that is a great card. Look at these major arcana. Because pregnant with possibility, there's a new beginning beckoning. You should be hopeful. You are a star and you do deserve a more purely positive outcome and harvest for your efforts. That's what I'm seeing here. But with the Empress, she's pregnant with possibilities, but she hasn't given birth yet. Let's see. The Lover's card. And again, back to the support. Okay, so love and care. It may feel like you are considering some options to move ahead and improve your life that will improve your mind, body, and soul functioning to help with this transformation, but you need the love and the support. And maybe you've had the opposite, too much of that. So the Lover's card, new beginning again. Okay, they're telling me that there really may be somebody new coming into your life or somebody who is already there who can provide more support and more care. And maybe help you to love yourself better, because that's a lot of times about self-love as well. Like to help to launch you into the next, maybe you do need some help and support to get launched into the next path. And I'm not even talking like huge changes. It doesn't have to be huge changes, but transformation. Sometimes we just need to change things up a bit, the circumstances around us, the people around us a bit, especially maybe one or two people or this or that circumstance. And that's enough to get our new beginning, to get us, get a new beginning that will prosper us much more physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That's what I'm seeing. So look for that. Be open to that. Open your heart to that. Ask for that. Ask for clarity. Ask for the help. It looks to me like it's okay to receive good help and good support and good encouragement. It's really all right. Okay. That's what I see, pile number 3. I sure hope that is helpful, and I'll see you for your next reading. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.